Now on Rehoboth Dewey Chamber Television, did you know that chamber member Overture is widely regarded by people who know as one of the finest home electronics stores in the world? You heard me correctly. One step into the Overture showroom on Route 1 in Lewes, and you can tell that Overture is something very special. For almost 20 years, Overture in Wilmington has been the destination in the eastern U.S. for people looking for the finest in audio, home theater, and home electronics. So many of Overture's clients have homes at the beach in Delaware that Overture opened at Nassau Bridge on Route 1 a few years ago. Overture founder Terry Menaker is one of the foremost experts in home electronics, and you spend some time with Terry, you'll understand why Overture is so highly regarded.
One of the reasons I started this company about nearly 20 years ago now, is I simply couldn't find a store that was good enough for me.
Overture's Lewes showroom is as much a cool destination as it is a store. It's incredible, with home theater rooms to die for, and the best selection of quality televisions anywhere. But Overture is also a national leader in home electronics. Look at this incredible system. It connects every electronic system in your house. You can control it with your cell phone from anywhere in the world or with this user-friendly keypad.
I can control this remotely if I'm traveling and I'm going to be returning home. I can log on, change my thermostat, take the temperature from 80 down to 72, say it's summertime.
Gotta love it. No matter what you need, a great TV, incredible speakers, whole house audio, a home theater, electronic shades that will keep you cool, or Lutron lighting that will save you money, Overture is the place to call.
All right, Megan, I think you're going to love what we put together for you here.
Good.
If you'll take your attention up to the screen here, you'll see.
What really separates Overture from everybody else in this business is its people. They will design your system and install it so it works how you want it, whether it be a single television or a high-end home theater.
Bottom line is we always do what's best for the customer. You know, we never oversell them, we never take advantage of them, and we know what we're doing. And I think that's why we have developed what is frankly an international reputation.
Overture, stop by the Wilmington or Lewes locations and you will see and hear the difference. I would not buy audio, video, or home electronics anywhere else. Overture, the ultimate in home electronics. And we are lucky to have Overture at the beach. There has always been something special about a trip on the Cape May Lewes Ferry. If you've not ridden the ferry lately, this ain't your grandpa's boat. Look at this vessel. It's like a cruise ship. Almost 40 million people have taken the Cape May Lewes Ferry since its launch back in 1964. And one little boy riding with his grandpa did not know then that he would grow up to work at the ferry. Mike Porch loves his job and loves the memories his family made right here.
He took me out on my first ride on the Cape May Lewes Ferry when I was about 7 years old, and I fell in love with it, and I've loved it ever since.
As marketing manager for the ferry, Mike has the perfect job, getting the word out about what the Cape May Lewes Ferry has to offer.
The Delaware Bay region is a fantastic region. You have historic Lewes on one side, Victorian Cape May on the other side. You have beaches in Boardwalk and Wildwood, Rehoboth Beach and Boardwalk, and the ferry links both sides of the bay.
Drive your car right on the ferry and you could easily save about 4 hours on the road, or walk on the ferry and take convenient shuttle buses to wherever you want to go on the other side. The 1 hour, 20-minute ferry trip is the way to go.
I have a cousin that's graduating from the Coast Guard Academy, and routing my way to the site, and found out I can take this way a lot quicker, and it'll be a little bit more fun riding and looking at the sights rather than driving.
This family from Virginia booked online. They are taking the ride for fun to get over to a bed and breakfast, and the kids are loving it.
The kids are having a blast, just hanging on the bars, and we can get them some snacks, and like I said, it's just a very comfortable, very fun way to travel.
I think it's a fun day to get out and have a little adventure. We call it our mini adventure for the day, and take some photos of the family and go to Cape May, have lunch, go to the zoo. It's really a nice day.
The ferry's captains are all very experienced, and they love sharing nature's beauty with the passengers.
When people can see a whale and they can actually hear it blow, and you can hear 400 or 500 people go ooh and ah, and I figure you're making an impression.
The ferries also have wonderful indoor areas. The ferries have full food and beverage service. You need to work on the water. The Wi-Fi is fast. You won't miss a beat. The terminals on both sides are fantastic. Look at the Lewes terminal. It's as nice as any waterfront restaurant. Have a cocktail or a full meal or grab a cool souvenir at the ferry gift shop. The ferries and terminals are very popular for weddings and special events. But for my family and I, the Cape May Lewes Ferry is just one of the wonderful things that make life at the beach great. Ride the ferry often. It will make a magical memory for your family, and take it from me. Riding the ferry does your heart good. Up next on Rehoboth Dewey Chamber Television, an incredible story about a landmark that most of you know if you've ever visited this region. There are many reasons why on a busy summer night, Nicola Pizza will sell a couple of thousand pizza pies and 2,000 Nicobolis. You do the math. The Cajano family members have become wealthy from their delicious creations, but you'd never know it. They have and still earn every single dime.
Literally, out of the 363 days a year that we're open from 11 a.m. until 3 in the morning, one of the family members is here throughout that whole day. I think people appreciate that.
My biggest problem is being bored. I hate being bored. I just, I love the summertime because we're busy. I can't stay in the wintertime because it's slow. And basically that's why I put up another restaurant. I just plain got bored and hope that it's going to be busy year round.
Nick Sr. and his wife Joan started Nicola Pizza decades ago after they had a daughter with spina bifida and big medical bills. Nick was a school teacher at the time. He made great pizza, and the neighbors said, "You should sell them."
That's literally how the business started. I mean, you're talking about starting from scratch, starting from the back door of a house.
Now people line up every summer night outside Nicola at 8 North 1st Street. I must admit my family and I have stood in that line many, many times. The new Nicola's on Rehoboth Avenue is fantastic. It's got a great view from everywhere in the place. Everywhere you look upstairs in the upper deck sports bar, there are big TVs. You won't miss a game while at the beach. Nicola has literally thousands of loyal customers from around the world. This Baltimore City police captain brought a couple of his nephews down. They arrived before the doors opened. They wanted to be the first in the day we were shooting.
My wife and I discovered about 20 years ago, and we come here about 4 or 5 times a year and always make this our first stop, which I continue to get heck over. But the pizza's great, probably the best pizza I've ever had in my life.
Nicola's Nicobolis are what really made Nicola's famous. Everyone is made from scratch. People order them by the case, order them online for shipment anywhere in the world. You've not lived until you've had a Nicola Nicoboli. Order one off the menu or ask to create your own. Nicola's Nicoboli is trademarked, one of a kind, patented, and don't claim that you invented it. You might get popped in the nose.
There's been a lot of impersonations, but I invented it.
Nick Sr.'s in his 70s now. He's been offered lots of money to franchise or sell. He won't. And all these happy Nicola customers keep him happy. As for retirement?
No, I'm not going to retire. I love it. It's in my blood. I just love it. I just like everything about it.
Thankfully, Nick Jr. loves it too. Nicola Pizza, let's hope 40 years from now we can still savor that Nicoboli or order that fantastic pie. And thanks to the Cajano family for giving so many of us wonderful traditions at the beach. Those much anticipated stops at Nicola's. Well, that's it for this edition of Rehoboth Dewey Chamber Television. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed learning as much about the businesses as I did. So many fascinating stories about the businesses that make up the fabric of this wonderful community. I want to thank the Rehoboth Dewey Chamber, the most progressive chamber in America, for giving us this opportunity to tell so many wonderful stories. And I want to urge you, you live so close, come on down. What a wonderful place. I'm Rich Noonan. We'll see you next time.